All right, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Those Two Girls. As you can see, we are in a different studio space, which is fun.
Shout out to Nucleus Hub here in
Coconut Grove.
Coconut Grove. I was going to say Coral Gables, but I know they're close or something. It's so amazing here, and it's very convenient, you know, convenient. In case you don't have all the equipment, they have everything here. So
yeah, it's awesome.
Shout out. Thank you guys so much.
Yeah. Okay, wait, because, my birthday was like a few weeks ago. I saw this thing on Instagram and I felt it. So I don't know the exact ages and what it said. Okay, so it basically said that you feel a significant aging difference during 3 ages of your life. And guess what the first age was?
25.
34.
Oh.
Which is what I just turned.
You're kidding me.
Yeah, and so I was like, wait, I kind of feel this because in my early 30s, like 30, 31, and 32 and 33, I'm like, I feel it, but not so much. Something happened when I turned 34 that I'm like, oh, no, I'm feeling my I'm feeling it.
Like the knees are starting to go, your back is not as strong.
If I don't get enough sleep, my fine lines are like there. My skin, if I'm like eating like shit or not drinking enough water, I look drained. I'm like, my skin is sagging. I'm like, what is happening?
Yeah, no I feel like I felt that change. I don't know if it was like literally when the clock strikes midnight? Struck midnight.
It stroked midnight.
On my like 30th birthday, but all of a sudden, like I go out and I already need to be rushed to the ER in the morning and get an IV and my stomach pumped or something. I don't know. It's just like the hangovers are not the same.
Oh, the hangovers are so bad.
It's like I was like
where were we
functional
shitting? We've always had bad hangovers.
Yeah, but like a lot of the times, like even when they're like. When we're like decapitated, like we cannot even like move, that's a different kind of hangover. But the one where like you don't feel that great, you might have a headache the next day. We would still go to work. We'd just get our shit done and party again the next night.
Go to the gym.
In college. I'd be like, okay, hair of the dog.
Yeah, hair of the dog.
Like drink a Bloody Mary and you're ready to go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's not the same.
It's not the same. No, it's not the same.
Repercussions.
So, yeah, repercussions. My mom always said that drinking a lot in college and when I was younger would catch up to me and I'm like, Mom, I'm going to be young and beautiful forever.
Bitch, don't compare your liver to mine. It's like,
my liver is failing, basically. It's like, girl, you need to get it together. But okay, lots to talk about, lots of celeb news, juice, gossip happened. I'm going to start with Sydney Sweeney because we spoke about her on the last episode and there's been an update.
Okay.
So Glenn Powell's mom, came out and she said that they're definitely not together, that they've known each other for so long and they've been single and together with other people. So she's basically saying like they could have made something happen if they really wanted to. Like they've been single at the same time and they never got together. So they're just friends. So I thought that was interesting. But then Glen Powell was on an interview and I can't remember where he was, but he said that he was asked about Sydney Sweeney and he was like, I don't know, timing is everything.
You know what though? That's a really strange statement from the mom because she's like, they've both been single. When was she single? She's been engaged forever.
And how long have they been friends? I have questions. Like, how long have they been friends for? I'm confused.
Well, you told me in the last podcast episode that he worked on that movie.
Yeah, and that's when I thought they became close. But she's making it seem like, oh, they go way back. And I'm like, do they?
I don't know. I feel like it's just, I don't even know what to call it, to be honest. Because, like, half of me is like, oh, they just genuinely enjoy each other's company. The other half is like, oh, this is very PR. I mean, they're getting a PR benefit here, especially going to a wedding. Isn't that like what the movie's about too?
Yeah.
So it's like
her sister's wedding, yeah.
But either way, I mean, I think they look great together.
I just want them to be together.
I know.
Like, just get together. Like
the way they look at each other is just like so telling.
Do you think it's one of those things that, and I have a feeling it is, that they're just really good friends and they've had a conversation about it and they're like, if we got together, it would either make or break us. You know, when you have like those good guy friends and it's like, if it doesn't work out, the friendship's ruined. And it's like, why ruin something that's good, something good we got going here? Like, let's not break it.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's one of those situations because obviously they get along really well, but I don't know. Just get together. Just at least have a bang. Like, just bang it out.
They for sure have. What did you think they did after that wedding? After they were like shit-faced drunk? I don't know. I mean, they both look physically good.
Then maybe be friends with them.
Even better after a couple of drinks, I bet. Right? I don't know. I totally am into it. I really hope that they do end up getting together. Even, I don't know. Just try it. doesn't work out, stay friends.
Exactly.
You don't have to ruin the friendship going into it. Just be like, let's test it out, and if not,
unless it gets messy. We say that, but like, shit gets messy.
I know. It does, doesn't it? Well, she's
we
already in a big
should also have a
hot mess.
conversation, not right now because there's so much to catch up on, but on the next podcast episode, there's so much. Can guys and girls actually be best friends? Because I have a lot of thoughts on this, and I feel like next episode, we could go on forever about it, but I'm going to put a pin in it for next episode.
Yes, exactly. No, I have a lot of thoughts as well. Okay, Russell Brand, finally, after all of these years of knowing this information, he is getting charged with multiple sex offenses.
Not shocked.
I know. By the Metropolitan Police as of today, which is April 4th.
Okay.
So these charges include 4 different women. Okay.
4? Wow.
And they all happened between 1999 and 2005. So obviously, if you see Russell Brand today, he's very evolved. He's like this like spiritual, meditating guru.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we know what he was like back then.
He had a dark past.
Yeah.
So the charges include 2 counts of sexual assault, 1 count of grape, and 1 count of oral grape. And if you saw a documentary that came out in 2023, you would know about these allegations.
Yeah.
But I'm just so glad that they're just like not going unheard and like something's happening about it, because even if that was you in the past, it doesn't matter, because at that moment, you ruined someone's life.
Yes, exactly.
They will never be the same. And just
Exactly.
because you decide to be a different person and evolve doesn't mean that they're not going to live with that trauma and not be able, or like have like so much more obstacles in order to get to that like evolution in their life.
Right. That's something that stays with you for a long time.
Gets me heated.
No, it gets me heated too, because I just feel like it's something that stays with you for a long time. Like you said, the trauma, the PTSD, like, oh, glad you're doing better, bud, but I'm still fucked over here, okay?
Yeah, and you see, and especially just being a celebrity, that like he moves on, he makes movies. And just in case, I mean, I'm sure everyone is familiar with Russell Brand. He is a British comedian actor. I know I personally, the first time I saw him or knew of him was when he was hosting the VMAs. Yeah, and he did like that little thing with like Britney Spears, the commercial or something.
I always think too of like Confessions of a Teenage Drama Queen.
Oh, I didn't even think of that one. He was I guess a singer.
Yeah,
but get him to the
Sid
Greek.
Arthur.
Oh, get him to the Greek though.
Yes, get him to the Greek.
That's what I usually think of that.
Yeah,
and then obviously being Katy Perry's husband, which was husband at the time, but that was so toxic. So I will get to that in a minute. But basically, Russell Brand has already come out with a video denying the allegations, and he states that all of it was consensual in the past, but that he did have like a sex addiction, drug addiction, and that he's so past that. But he's basically denying everything. Regardless, though, he is scheduled to appear at Westminster Magistrates Court May 2nd. Of this year. So
that's
next
soon.
month. Literally next month.
That's soon. Okay, I saw that he came out with a video, but we were on our way to film the podcast, so I didn't see what it was, but
it was him just basically saying
like it's not like,
and that he's
true.
like a form of light and people are trying to bring him down, but it was consensual. He's never done. He's like, I was a sex addict, I was a drug addict, but I've never been like a rapist or blah 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 blah.
I don't believe that.
No,
like we saw how he was. I remember like the Russell Brand that people know today is not the Russell Brand that like we grew up with knowing. He was rude. Trash. He was an asshole. He was trash. He talked shit about everyone. You could like, when this came out, like not one part of me was like, oh my God. I was just like, okay, like you said, finally, like it came out.
I am so happy about it. But just going back to the relationship that Katy
Perry.
Why can I not remember her last name?
Baby, you're a fire.
Dude, I don't know. But like after that whole like teenage dream era, what happened to Katy? No offense. I'm not trying to shade her, but
but her music went down fucking hill.
Like these songs are
horrid.
Absurd. It's like things you'd hear in like a nightmare theme park. It's just like on repeat. I don't even know.
Wasn't Benny Blanco involved with like that album too? Maybe she needs to hit Benny up.
Yeah, maybe she needs to make a phone call or two. Well, no, he did Teenage Dream, California Girls. Yes.
Like that was her prime time.
It was amazing. She was on top of the world.
Maybe Russell Brand time.
Anyways, so Katy Perry and Russell Brand began dating in 2009 and married just that next year, October 23rd, 2010. And it was really short-lived because Russell Brand ended up filing for divorce.
Okay.
December 30th of 2011. So literally 1 year and like 2 months later.
Oh, yeah.
However, so
he filed for divorce?
He filed for divorce. He was citing irreconcilable differences, right? But this is where it gets real bad.
Ooh.
Because Katy Perry ended up later revealing that she found out about this and his plans to divorce. She had no idea because he sent her a text message on December 31st. So the day after he filed, she gets a text message with his intentions to divorce her.
Up. Like, hey, I already filed, but just giving you an FYI that it's done.
FYI, we're done.
We're done,
it's
baby.
been lovely, babe, but we're done.
Whatever.
That was probably exactly what it said. And they haven't communicated since.
Good.
And she definitely has admitted to battling depression, the whole nine, you know, even unaliving thoughts and stuff. So during that period, I mean, rightfully so.
Was that part of his dark period when he was like on the drugs? And
it was the dark period. I mean, he
ruined
he had
her.
a couple decades of darkness. I don't know.
Yeah, I feel
where
like
he found the light. But
yeah. I feel like he ruined her. I'm happy she's with Orlando Bloom now. I feel like they're really happy and cute. I don't know what the hell, like you said, is going on with her music, but that's crazy. And I'm glad that this is all coming to light now because I can just, and it's just 4, right? I can only imagine now how many more women are going to come out. Oh my gosh, so many more.
And I understand where on his end it could feel, not necessarily feel consensual, but he's not taking into account the power dynamic.
Exactly.
Where people see him as a celebrity and maybe it's just like this very vulnerable girl that's like in a scared position and doesn't, you know, maybe freezes if you're like trying to make a move and like that's consensual.
Shocked. Yeah.
More like trauma, you
also,
know?
I
like,
don't believe anything he said. Oh, it's consensual. How fucking blacked out were you? How aware were you in the moment? Let's be so for real right now.
No, and like I said with that documentary, their accounts, because they do like black out the girls and everything.
Yes.
I remember the one with like the oral grape. It was like super forced, like completely. And another one where he like shoved a woman against a wall and like raped her when she didn't even want to. And like she would look at his eyes and it was just straight black, like just like that, like crazy narcissistic. Like she didn't recognize this person. It was like a whole.
No, that's crazy. That's scary.
It's so crazy how like in these situations where like someone like for example gets murdered or something, it's always those eyes.
The crazy
it's like
eyes.
They lose themselves and like just like act.
We've said this about like Luis Ruelas too.
Oh my
Teresa's
God, yes.
husband, he's got the crazy eyes.
It's just like straight pupil. Like you can't even call them brown eyes. They're like black.
There's no one there. There's no one there.
Nothing. It's so scary.
That's sad. Yeah. That's crazy. I'm not shocked at all, but it's actually insane.
I hope he really does
get something get some time or like pay for what he did.
No, I hope he gets convicted.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
pay
exactly.
for what he did. Yeah,
for sure. Because, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if it's like a lawsuit, like a civil lawsuit, or like a whole. I don't know how it works over there.
I don't know
in London.
Either. Yeah, I don't.
People
know.
from London, let us know your laws.
Yeah, were these women that he would just meet out at bars, or that like worked with him, or do you know? Who
From what I remember,
were?
they were kind of like also like people he would meet on the road and stuff like that.
Okay. Yeah. Yikes. Well,
we'll see what happens.
Karma. Everything comes full circle. Doesn't matter that you're enlightened now. You have a past and you have to pay for it.
Exactly.
Sorry. Okay. I also want to talk about Justin Bieber and his bird posts. So, as you know, he's been posting a lot of birds.
Right.
Like posts of birds on his social media. And everyone's like, Justin, what the hell are the birds? Please tell us, like, fill us in. So I found a video online, and I could be reaching here, but I don't know. I think it could be true. So there was an interview of Benny Blanco and Selena Gomez. You know how they're doing press for their album right now? You know those interviews where the person asks a question and they both have a whiteboard and you write what the answer is and then you turn it around and you see if your answers match. So one of the questions was, what's the most ridiculous thing that happened while recording the album? They both write their answer. They both turn it around. Guess what it said?
Birds.
Okay. And so I'm like, birds? And so then Selena goes on to explain that while they were trying to record the album at her home, these birds would show up and they'd start like chirping and, you know, doing their thing. And so it became such a thing because they would come so often and she'd be recording and she'd hear the birds and it'd kind of like throw her off. So she said, you know, they'd kind of let the birds do their thing. And then whenever the birds stopped, they would like go back and start recording again. Weird. Okay. Right. So this is all making sense because everyone's like, Justin, what are the birds? And let's not forget, one of the birds posts that he posted on his Instagram, the song was Perfect by Simple Plan, because we lost it all. Nothing lasts forever. So I just feel like this just validates that these posts really are about Selena Gomez. Like I said, I could be reaching, but all of this is way too much of a coincidence.
No, it really is. And even if it, like, I feel like we could have called it a coincidence a couple days ago until he dropped the Lord of the Rings post.
Smeagol with the ring.
Smeagol with the ring. Like, I just feel like, okay, this is a person that knows he is just being watched under a microscope with every single thing he posts. And even if he doesn't mean it, you know, people are going to speculate and come up with their own opinion on things.
Always.
When a girl gets engaged on social media.
And why did
are you kidding? Why does it have to be an engagement? And you have a whole ass wife and a son.
I know. Dude, that killed me. When I saw Smeagol, I almost fell out of my chair with the ring. And I'm like, if we were confused, like you said, that this was about Selena Gomez, like, this is validation that this man is still so freaking obsessed with her. Like, I'm sorry, he is.
He really is. And it's like zero shame for it. That's why I know, like, there has to be like some substances involved. Because when he posts this stuff, it's like he's like, yeah. But like, in his right mind, like, that would not happen.
No, that would not happen.
And by the way, I don't know who Smeagol looks like except him. He's starting to look a whole lot like Smeagol lately. I'm sorry, Justin, you are beautiful. But come on. He's looking more like Aaron Carter every day, and that makes me really sad. It's true.
I can't believe you just said that, because I actually saw someone posted like that they saw the similarities between what's happening, and I'm like, I really hope that doesn't happen, and I really hope that people get him the help that he needs. And I know we spoke about it the last podcast episode, but like, where is his support system? Where is his team? Like, stop acting like everything's okay. Everything is not okay.
I know, but I think with him being forced, even from such a young age, to do so many things that maybe you don't want to do now that he's a full-grown adult, like, you can, like, bring the horse to water, but you can't make him drink kind of thing.
Exactly.
He has all the help available to him, but it's up to him if he wants to take it. Yeah. Unless they're going to, like, Baker Act him or whatever the equivalent. It's like, it's like a number in California, like 4180 or something, you know, which he hasn't done anything really that we know of to endanger his life or others, right? Where they could take him against his will. So he has to like
do it on his own. Speaking on this topic, I saw this video. I wasn't going to talk about it, but like, I will just say it so we can speculate, because it makes sense. So I'm going to say alleged. This girl went on TikTok and she said that she allegedly had a video of Hailey Bieber talking on the phone with her mom, and I can't recall now, so like, don't come for me if she said that she worked at like a car place and she was getting her car serviced or something like that. But the cameras caught Hailey Bieber talking to her mom on the phone on speakerphone. And this is right before she was going to marry Justin, right after he broke up with Selena and they got back together. And she was telling her mom that she basically said like, Mom, do you think I would even be with him if blah, blah, blah. She doesn't say her ex's name. If her ex didn't wanted to go public with me, like, I wouldn't even be with him right now. And the mom was like, they were talking about Selena, and she was being like a mean girl about Selena, and the mom was being somewhat nicer of like, oh, I feel bad for her though. And Hailey's like, no, like, screw her or something like that. Don't quote me. But don't you remember, the only reason that I kind of believe this is because, don't you remember when she was dating Shawn Mendes, but Shawn never wanted to be seen with her?
Yeah.
Like, it was speculated
like that,
at the Met Gala. They took a picture together, and everyone's like, are they together? Are they not? But the rumor was that she wanted to be with him, but Shawn Mendes was kind of like, I don't want to like go public with you.
I heard Shawn Mendes broke her heart because she got back with Justin once Justin saw her there with him.
I don't know.
Yeah, he like swooped her back up.
This is all blind item. I don't know if I believe this.
A lot of blind items I read, and I feel like they could very well be true. But I feel like Hailey, knowing her stardom, would never be in public on speaker talking about Selena Gomez and Justin Bieber.
I hope not.
Like, that sounds absolutely
messy.
She knows who she is. Everybody's listening. Like, no, I don't believe. I don't know if I believe that.
Anyway, that was little.
Maybe if it was like, I don't know,
little blind item.
like at a private area, but like on speaker out of all, like also.
Oh, and conveniently, this is why this girl, she's like, I had the footage, but someone stole my laptop. So I'm like, okay. So everyone's kind of like, girl,
someone deleted it off.
It didn't happen. Yeah.
Get out of here. Okay, no, I have to get into this. This was very weird. The Willis sisters, the daughters of Bruce Willis and Demi Moore.
Okay,
they're cuties.
Yeah.
You know. I remember I loved Rumor on Not So You Think You Can Dance. Is it? No, it's Dancing with the Stars.
Yes.
She literally was amazing. She won, and like she deserved it. She became like, I remember watching that last episode and thinking like, this girl could be a professional dancer.
Oh my gosh.
She's amazing.
Yeah.
And she sang the song Toxic by Britney Spears that she danced to in like a slow version. It was amazing. You have to watch it.
Okay,
if you haven't.
I haven't seen that, but
Regardless. Okay, rumor shared on the What in the Winkler podcast that her and her sisters, so it's her, Scout, and Tallulah, still take baths together. All right. And I was like, excuse me,
I need more information.
Did I read that right?
Are
So I looked up their ages. And so she's 36 and her sisters are 33 and 31. And I just thought that was so freaking strange. I mean, she is, and I quote, she said, and that's just the kind of house that I grew up in. People may think that's crazy and weird, but I don't. And you know what? I respect that, to each their own. I wouldn't share that information because, I mean, you guys are full-grown women with, like, I don't know what, like a bath, like a naked bath. It's giving incestual White Lotus.
Listen, I was just gonna say, after watching that White Lotus episode, my mind is like spinning, and I'm like, well, okay, so I have questions like, are you in your bathing suits? Are you naked? Are you all just in there like washing each other? Is it a bubble bath and you guys just have champagne in your bathing suits, you're having fun? Like, I think I need more context here, because if you're just like, we need to take a bath, so let's take a bath together because it's time to like shower and clean ourselves. That's a little strange. Like, we're not five anymore. I felt like
that's what she was getting at. Because if it's like, oh, we just fill up the bathtub, get in our bathing suits, and like pretend it's a jacuzzi, like that's not weird.
That's not weird. So that's why
she literally said some people would think it's weird, but that's just us.
Okay. I don't know if I love that.
I actually hate it.
I don't think I like this.
I mean, and granted, I feel like I'm very comfortable like with my sister. Like I could be butt naked in front of my sister. My
1000%.
sister, on the other hand, is so
reserved,
reserved.
Yeah.
Like I could never even picture that.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. But even then, me being as comfortable as I am, I can never picture just like taking a naked bath with my siblings.
A naked bath is weird. I agree with you, and we've talked about this on like a previous podcast about like growing up with sisters, and you know, you're able to get undressed, like that's normal, like girlfriends.
Wait, and especially you having two sisters that are kind of in the same age group. Imagine all three of you guys taking a bath together.
No, and that's
like your juices.
That's exactly where my mind was going, because I'm like, I have three sisters, and I'm trying to imagine.
You too.
Sorry. No, but I do have three sisters. I have a half sister.
Oh yeah, but we're not going to bring her. No. That is. She's like 4.
No. I'm saying, but it comes out because I'm like, I have three sisters. No, I have two sisters. I'm 36, 30, and 27. So like, I'm trying to.
You're not 36. What is she?
Get me out of here. I've lost my mind.
All right, Leanne has. She does have a half sister, but I was referring because she's one of 3 sisters that are very close in age.
I'm so sorry. I'm 34. It's
and she's 30. I know. Rumor. I knew that's where you got it from, but you said it with confidence. Like, well, I'm 36.
Well, I'm 36. I'm just. I'm prepping my brain because I'm aging so fucking fast. These years are going by too fast. I'm just mentally prepping. Okay. No. So I'm trying to imagine us 3 being like, do you want to take a? And like, who would one of us ask? Like, do you want to take a bath with me?
Yeah, I'm gonna grab the rubber duckies. I'll get the bubbles. Like, how does this go down?
Don't forget the Epsom salts.
Lavender, please.
Lavender, please. No, I'm sorry.
So
it's weird. I don't like it. I like them because I love the support that they've created around Bruce Willis with his like
so sweet
dementia or like Alzheimer's.
So
like
cute.
It's so cute. I love Demi Moore and like that relationship. I love it. I don't love this for them.
I know, but like my thing is, I respect everyone's personal things, like if this is normal. I mean, just like if this was like, let's say another country and this was a normalized thing, just like we've, you know, dealt with our countries where we're from, where like it's not the same here and whatever, that'd be fine, but just keep it to yourself.
That's my thing.
You're putting it out in the public knowing it's something that people are going to comment on.
And it's going to make some people uncomfortable.
It's giving when Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis were talking about
shower every day.
Yes, Leanne. Let me finish my sentence.
I just was so grossed out by that.
When they say like they don't bathe their children a lot or whatever. And it's just like,
oh, I didn't know that.
That's what they said.
Oh, I heard that they're like, we don't shower every day. I didn't know they didn't bathe their children.
They probably said they don't either. But like what people were like up in arms about is the fact that their kids don't get daily baths. Like only if they like see dirt or whatever and whatever. And they could have been joking kind of, but at the same time, it's like, you know, people are going to comment on this. Just keep it to yourself. If that's what you do at home, fine. Everyone can do whatever they want in the privacy of their own home. Just keep it to yourself.
Just keep it to yourself. Okay, wait. That of not bathing your kids every day, is that like neglect?
I guess it would, like, how dirty are they getting?
That's what I'm saying. I can't imagine they're that dirty. It's
no,
like
I don't think so.
Because
they were kind of making a joke too. Like sometimes she's like, "Oh, and if they went in the pool, it's like whatever. I don't need to wash them. They're already clean. They hosed out." Like
in the pool with chlorine.
I know, right?
Even a saltwater pool, like rinse them.
I don't know. People are different.
It's because we were like Hispanic
That's
and like you know what? I didn't want to say that. I didn't want to say it, but like my Hispanic blood is boiling. Layla,
when I even heard Benny Blanco say like, "Oh, when I feel like I deserve a shower, I don't shower every day, but when I did," you didn't hear it. You're lying to me.
Okay.
You didn't hear him say that.
No.
I have literally referred to him via text to you as not shower every day, Benny.
You have?
Yes.
I don't remember that.
Leanne, it's him and Selena Gomez
Maybe
next to each other.
I'm like, this is Val being crazy again.
I know, it doesn't surprise me. But the same whiteboard interview or whatever, where they're on a couch talking, right?
He said that.
And he goes, well, I didn't watch he's like, I don't. And I'm going to imitate him because he's always so energetic. Mm-hmm. He's like, I don't shower, I don't shower every day, but when I feel like I deserve a shower, I just sit there and I just let the water just feel so good, and I'm in there for forever, for like an hour, because they asked who takes the longer, like in showers or getting ready or whatever, and they said him because when he showers, and he says, when I don't shower every day, but when I feel like I deserve one. Like that to me is legit foreign. You shower every single day, period.
Girl, and sometimes I shower twice a day.
My husband showers twice a day. Every day.
But only because I work out in the mornings.
Yeah.
But early. So I'm showering at like 8 a.m. and then by the end of the day, I'm like sweaty again and gross. And I'm like, I have to shower. I do not get in my bed if I'm dirty. Like it'll be 4 a.m. and I had a night out. I still shower before I go to bed. Like, no, but that's gross.
But like, again, keep it to yourself.
But now that I feel like now that more people are talking about not showering every day,
who doesn't shower every day?
I feel like more people are coming out of the woodworks, and I'm like, me neither. I don't shower anymore either. I don't know. That's fucking weird. We grew up Hispanic, where it's like my house, like you've said, you could lick the floor. My bed sheets were always clean. My clothes was always clean. Like I was always like, I don't know. Like I just thought this is foreign.
This is so random. But when I was growing up in my house, I don't know why. Before I went to a shower, I'd be like, "Mami, sí, me voy a bañar."
Me too. You always had to
announce it. Why do you have to announce that you're going to go shower?
Dude,
you did that too?
You would have to.
That's why I just cracked up. I'm like, I was like, oh my God, that was so cute.
I do it now with my husband. I'd be like, babe, I'm going to take a shower. And he's like, okay. Like, I announce it and he's like, I don't care. Go take a fucking shower.
Well, yeah, no, I feel like, I don't know. Well, maybe because I shower on like the first floor. So I'm like, I'm going to go shower. I'll be back or something. Yeah. I don't know if that's why I do it. But with my mom, it could be like, Mom, like, I gotta shower. Like maybe so they don't know you're missing because they can't hear the water running. Like they know you're in there.
Oh my God, that's so funny. Okay, I also want to talk about Reign Disick on live.
Oh my God,
dude. Okay,
that was
crazy. So Reign Disick was on live with Alabama Barker's boyfriend Scooter Jackson. And on the live, people were commenting / like asking him if Justin Bieber was his dad. And he's like, he's so cute, by the way. He's like, what? No, I swear, Justin Bieber's not my dad. And he's like, I think he was 16 when my mom got pregnant or when my mom had me. And he's like, yeah, I don't think my mom would ever do that. Like, no, he was very shocked. So you could tell that it's like this. He had no idea this was a circulating rumor. And I feel like it all stemmed back to 2015 when Justin and Courtney were seen out a lot, and they would go like to dinner together. They would go clubbing together. They would go to church events together fairly often. And it was right after she officially broke up with Scott Disick.
Right.
So people were like, oh, are they together? It kind of seemed like it.
Yeah.
And it's weird that it was just like, people wouldn't have questioned it if like the whole Kardashian clan was out together. But it was just him and her, and their age gap is so significant that you're kind of questioning, like, why is Kourtney Kardashian with Justin Bieber all the time? Like, that's so. I just would have never pinned the two together or thought that, I don't know, they would be a couple. I definitely thought it for a second, and then they're saying they're just friends. But she, I feel like, is friends with weird people, because don't you remember when she was friends with, like, Addison Rae and nobody understood it, and her whole family's like, why are you guys friends? Like, where did you come from? You're so much younger. Like, what is happening?
Yeah, it is kind of strange, but I just feel bad in the sense that I feel like Kourtney definitely tries to shield her kids from a lot, as all mothers, I'm sure, in Hollywood should or do. And I could tell by Reign's face when he read that he was like, what the heck? Like, almost as if it was the first time he was hearing it.
Yes.
And he was bewildered. And I love how he talks, by the way. Like, when did he grow up? He's like, bro. Justin's not my dad. Scotty.
Yeah.
Like, he's so cute.
So cute.
But also, it just pisses me off, like, on behalf of Kourtney to have to see that. Like, if Alabama doesn't get a good spanking.
Girl, if she doesn't get kicked out of that damn house, especially with all the fucking drama with like Bad Baby and like now this, like I would be livid. If I was Kourtney Kardashian, I would sit Travis Barker down and be like, you need to get Alabama in check. Yeah. Why the hell is Reign Disick on live with her boyfriend? Like where's the consent here? There needs to be some consent because he's underage. He's a little boy, and that's not like a little thing. And didn't you see that like the boyfriend, what's his name again? Scooter? God, I don't even know. Scooter was like, oh, look what they're saying. Like he wanted him to see it. Like he was kind of like putting it in his face.
I
that's
feel
fucked up.
To me, that was completely exploiting him.
Yes.
Like Reign Disick is never featured on anything.
No.
Like, I've never even heard the little boy talk. I mean,
no.
Maybe he got on one time on accident or something that I remember in the past, or maybe that was
Mason, I think. Yeah.
But regardless, that was just exploitation at its finest. He was just trying to get views. He's trying to make that money on live. And you see Reign Disick, who's never even been seen on live. You know, imagine how many views, how much money he made.
Oh, yeah.
So I would be livid if I was Kourtney. And it's just such a disrespectful thing. And you see Alabama kind of like in the background. So she knew about it.
And she's like running away. Do you remember then they go after her and she's like, stop. And she's like running away.
I know. The weird part is, though, when you see those baby pictures, it's like,
I was going to say that they look
especially
alike.
Since he looks so different from Mason. Mm-hmm. It's very strange, but
a lot of siblings look.
What I think is very strange also is that Kourtney picks and chooses, and she very seldom will address any rumors or anything like that. Mm-hmm. You know, but even with the whole Mason having a daughter thing, she came out and was like, no, he doesn't have a daughter. I don't like to address any. Why can't she do that with the Justin Bieber allegations?
Listen, I don't think it's true. I really don't think it's true. I think she just thinks it's such a disrespectful, ridiculous allegation. And I feel like if she addresses it, then one way or another, Reign's going to find out about it. I just think it's really messy when you're like messing with who your child's dad is. That's like, I think she's probably like, this has gone too far. Like the rumors of other things, like, all right, just like shut up. This is ridiculous. But that's messy. You're messing with Reign, like that, why would he show him that? Now Reign's gonna think like Justin Bieber's his dad. He's gonna go on like a deep dive. He's gonna like spiral. He's probably went up to Kourtney and he's like, why are people saying Justin Bieber is my dad? Like, can you imagine like at that age hearing that your dad is not your dad or your mom is not your dad? My brain would start I would question my existence.
Yeah.
I would question everything.
Yeah.
I would question everything.
I'm glad he just shut it down so fast though, you know?
Because, okay, and then like just seeing how he talks, I'm like, no, that's Scott Disick's fucking kid. That is Scott Disick's kid.
Like he doesn't want Justin Bieber to be his daddy. Scotty, baby.
He's like, Scotty. That's so cute.
Funny. Okay, so Blake Lively, I feel like there's always something going on with her. But this one is just too funny because I feel like it was definitely trying to be like a good PR move. You know what I mean? So this happened March 30th, of this year, obviously. So she made an appearance at Rise Donuts in Wilton, Connecticut. Mm-hmm. And she worked behind the counter and she was, giving customers donuts. She was also cooking, like baking the donuts in the back. And basically she was stating that this is her happy place, trying to be super humble, just so relatable. The problem is the images that came out, the little snapshots, you see her wonderful, what is it?
Hair?
What's her hair, like brown?
Balayage?
No.
What do you mean? Was her hair brown?
No, she has a whole hair company.
Oh, her hair company. I thought you were asking what her hair color, like what kind of hair she has. I'm like, I don't know, a balayage? Highlights?
Forget it.
Oh, no. Betty Boo's is the booze thing.
It's something brown.
Gosh.
Well, regardless.
Yeah.
Okay, she has her whole hair, company, whatever line. So the images showed the donut she was preparing and her big smile on her face with her locks of love just literally dangling under the baked goods.
I noticed that.
Okay, it was so crazy because obviously we all know that when you're serving food, cooking food, you have to have like a hairnet on
or have your hair pulled back.
Anything. Like just get it out of here. So obviously, fans saw and the good old tattletale went off. Obviously this leads to hygiene concerns, and the Wilton Health Department took this seriously, and they confirmed that they received complaints and have initiated an investigation into the matter. Also, the actual donut shop, which I feel bad because they probably are just innocent bystanders. There was such a surge of negative reviews on Yelp that they had to temporarily disable all the comments. I know, it's not even their fault, but also you should know better. You're running a business.
Yeah.
Give a girl a hairnet.
Give a girl a hairnet. Ask her to pull her hair back. Maybe of all the celebrities in the fucking world, don't ask Blake Lively to come make fucking donuts at your... the press is still bad on her. However, I'm maybe it's an older person that's out of the scoop, you know what I mean? And had no idea how bad things were with Blake Lively. I have no idea, but that's where I feel bad for the business. But it's so funny because when I saw that video, immediately I was like, is this bitch's 7 foot long hair really just plopping around everywhere as she's making the donuts?
In the dough.
In the dough.
Rolling around in it. I was so confused too. I'm just I've never seen such a thing. I don't care if you are Princess Diana. I do not want that in my donut.
No, ew.
Oh my God. I vomit. I project I will get a hair in my food. I will find one. Ask my mom. This has been all my life.
No, it's disgusting. No, it's the most disgusting thing.
Dry heave.
Yeah, it's disgusting. Listen, I will give it to Blake I'll give it to her. That bitch is persistent. She doesn't fucking quit. She doesn't quit. It's either she's really trying to she's trying hard, but it's also it's a little delusional at this point. Bitch, take a fucking break. Sit down. Be with your family. Deal with your marriage. Deal with your kids. Stop. Give the public some time to move on from you. I just feel with Amber Heard, we're kind of we remember, never forget, we remember, but give us time.
Now I see videos of Amber Heard in Spain speaking Spanish, and I'm that's my girl.
Good for her.
All of a sudden, after literally I have an Amber Heard hate account or something.
No, Finsta,
but that's exactly what you do. You disappear.
Yeah.
Get out of there. And not just that, I don't know if you saw this because this just happened literally right around the donuts, probably the day after or the day before, I don't know, but she was coming out of a building and Blake Lively swarmed by paparazzi, and
there was 2 people.
No, there was a lot of paparazzi, but it felt so deja vu from Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah,
I feel when you realize it, how many times do you see that? Let's say, Lady Gaga swarmed by paparazzi. Never anymore. That doesn't happen all the time. And it's how do they know where you are?
No, obviously.
You got a GPS up your a-hole?
She called those motherfuckers.
Of course she did. It's all, and who wants to shoot her right now? She's canceled.
She's been canceled.
So, yeah, go ahead and make those hairy donuts.
Oh, I feel bad. I do feel bad for the donut shop. But at the
even
same time,
no, that's their responsibility.
Yeah.
They know the rules. They know, because I know damn well if it was an employee, they'd be where's your fucking hairnet? So then what? Because she's a celebrity, it's okay. That's not okay.
No.
But then I could also see another side where they handed her a hairnet and she's no.
Oh.
I'm promoting my hairline.
Hello, that's why I'm here at a donut shop. Duh, donuts plus hair equals success.
They bring out a donut that's called Bake Lively, and it's just her hair flowing out of the middle.
Ew, I'm gonna vomit.
And I'm literally gonna puke right now.
No, stop. Okay, no, but I'm sorry. The donut shop should have known better. Don't get Blake Lively right now. Get a celebrity that everyone loves. Get Sydney Sweeney in there. Someone everyone loves.
Even someone that people half love. Demi Lovato, she's coming up again.
Oh, yeah. So she popped up on my TikTok and she looks so different.
Oh, okay. Because she's going to pretend she didn't use Ozempic. Okay.
Well, she pops up on my TikTok and I'm whoa, this girl looks a lot like Demi Lovato. And then I see her name and it is Demi Lovato. I'm ooh.
I feel that's someone we need to do deep dive on because she's lived. Remember when she overdosed?
Do you remember?
She's lived 18 different lives.
Sorry, I wasn't laughing at the overdose, by the way. I'm laughing because I was thinking of the frozen yogurt debacle.
That's what I was thinking when I was telling you about her get Demi Lovato, and I'm wait a minute, hold on. The frozen yogurt and how
frozen yogurt.
She's like, these diet options, diet culture vultures, and like all this stuff. And I'm like, girl,
you went to a froyo shop.
You can just get the one that's not for diabetics.
If you didn't want, like, go to fucking Cold Stone.
But the thing is,
Haagen-Dazs.
Not even that. The thing is, they had the regular schmegular sugar stuff. There was just a section that had like diet stuff.
No.
And even like the donut or whatever, the ice cream shop, froyo shop, responded and said that they have diabetic choices, just like gluten-free choices.
Yeah.
She's crazy.
That was crazy.
Okay, did you ever see that one video where Demi Lovato is like in a haunted house and she starts like feeling like one of the ghosts is like has trauma and she starts singing? I believe it's the song like what is it?
Which one?
Like a skyscraper.
And the ghost is like moving a cup. Like a sky.
She healed the ghost with her singing.
No, the ghost like it's out of what do you call it? It's out of
frequency?
No. The ghost made it out of purgatory. It went to heaven.
The ghost, literally after she sang that song, he was handed a one-way ticket out of purgatory to heaven.
The gates of heaven opened up. Don't you remember it was like that show with Jennifer Love Hewitt? That she would like heal the ghosts because they would be stuck here, and then they'd pass on to heaven.
Wasn't it called like Dark Angel or something?
It wasn't called Dark Angel. It was called something like that. But she would. That's like Demi Lovato.
Wait, Jennifer Love Hewitt or Doll something?
No. I don't remember. If you said it, I would remember the name of it.
I don't know what Dark Angel is now. Anyways.
All right. Well, speaking of the higher aboves and space and heaven, this Blue Origin mission.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
tell me about that. I've been hearing
of these women. So if you guys haven't seen, there is a group of famous women that are scheduled to go to space at some point. I'm not really sure when, but it's called the Blue Origin mission. And so far, the people who are like confirmed are Gayle King, which obviously we know, the reporter. Katy Perry, okay, baby, she's a firework, and she's gonna firework up into space, okay? Carrie Ann Flynn, she's a film producer. Aisha Bowie, I'm not pronouncing that right. She's a former NASA aerospace engineer. Amanda Nguyen. She's a civil rights activist, and she has a nonprofit organization. And then Lauren Sanchez, she's like a pilot, journalist, and like a media personality. So it's been kind of televised out there because it's the first ever only woman like spacecraft that's going into Spain. God, Ilaria's really on my mind.
She's got us hooked.
It's the first woman aircraft that's going into space. And Miss Olivia Munn, who I'm like about, but she had some thoughts. She said that the trip is gluttonous given the climate, the economic climate that we're in today. And she kind of made a good point. She's like, people can't even afford eggs right now. And obviously this is going to be a really expensive project and mission. So it kind of feels tone deaf is what she was saying. And she also said that, space exploration was to further knowledge and help mankind. And so she's kind of like, what are you going to do up there that's going to help us? Like, you're just up there to say, like oh, I went to space and take pictures.
It's just going to be an experience.
Yeah, and I tried to look up the prices, but they don't have any confirmed prices of how much it is per passenger. But, like, they estimate that it's kind of around, like, $300,000 per passenger, but it varies depending on the person. So, yeah, I don't know. It seems it's kind of crazy. But
after seeing them go down to go take a little gander at the Titanic and it just fucking self-imploded, let's just not do these gluttonous trips.
Yes, exactly. I agree. And I have two sides of this because who was it that went to space on SpaceX? Was it like Jeff Bezos and a couple other people that went on there? I don't know. I kind of feel like people are making like a big deal about it because it's like all women. So people are like, automatically just because it's all women. Because if it was an all male thing, like would people really be making this much of a big deal about it? Like, I don't know.
I think so.
You think so?
I mean, I think there's two sides because one side is we can't fault people for using the money that they earned on their own the way they want to use it.
Right.
I also understand that you could use that same money to help others, but not everyone thinks that way. So we just need to really, I think, mind our own fucking business sometimes.
Yeah.
Coming from two girls that talk about everyone on a podcast.
I'm like, yeah, that's so true.
Meanwhile, we're like... People are so nosy. Meanwhile, we're like...
Alabama Barker, you need some help, girl.
I love it. No, but it's true. It's just like, I see both sides.
Yeah.
I do understand because I know that people, like, when you're a little kid and you're like, oh, I want to be a spaceman or whatever, and you, like, work your whole life to go to space and, like, it's for a purpose. And it's like, oh, I am the most famous singer in the world.
So I'm going to go to space.
Buy me a ticket.
Yeah.
Like, that seems a little off.
Annoying.
But you know what? I mean, we really cannot control people's money. If we could, then there wouldn't be starving children with Elon Musk's income.
Exactly.
Right?
Literally, he could literally save the world. And
just
it's
with, like, even just one of his hundreds of billions.
Right. He
Imagine the differences that he could make.
So many. Yeah. So many. So, yeah, so true. But, yeah, I thought that was interesting and just, like, true. It's true. The economy is bad. But at the end of the day, like, rich people are going to do what rich people do best, and they're only going to really look out for themselves at the end of the day. Like, that's why we've always said, stop idolizing celebrities. Exactly. They don't care about you.
Even Olivia Munn making that comment, like, now that I think about it, it's kind of annoying.
I don't like Olivia Munn, so I'm just, like, annoyed at her.
Have you been out in the streets buying people eggs? What are you doing about the people that can't afford the eggs?
Yeah. But wasn't there some controversy with her and, like, her husband? Like, didn't he cheat on his ex-wife and then, like, left her for Olivia Munn? The ex-wife?
Olivia Munn.
Oh, does she?
I'm almost positive she does, yeah.
Well, I mean, it doesn't, she still did,
No,
like,
I'm not saying that, but, like, I'm just, like, I feel like that's the most recent news that I kind of know about her, that, like, it was sad. I don't know about the drama, but probably.
Yeah, there was, like, it's, like, or they both cheated on their significant others. I don't know, something that I know. I don't like her for a reason.
Yeah, there's always,
a reason, like, I don't like her. Yeah,
you hold it
like
in, but
when
you
I
don't
saw
remember
Olivia
exactly
Munn's
what it
name,
is.
I'm like, I don't like her for some reason.
Yeah,
I can't remember what reason. No me cae bien.
Exactly.
But yeah, that's all the tea I had.
I mean, that's all the tea for now. I'm sure as we recorded this, there's probably a couple more things that came out, so we will fill you in as soon as we get back to recording again.
Yes.
But yeah, thank you guys so much for your support. We're loving just continuing to bring you the juiciest of information.
Yeah, Hilaria Baldwin was it? Who knew that she was going to be such a little?
I know, and we could go deeper. That's okay.
You know what? I think if you guys want us to keep talking smack about Hilaria, why don't we watch her show?
Give us ideas too, like of something, because we're also going to start like a deep dive. I was going to say series where we kind of just choose one person to really deep dive on their lives and like maybe controversial things. So if you guys have anything or anyone in mind that you would want to hear more from,
let us know.
Yeah,
let us know for sure. Yeah.
We're going to dive deep.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to go get some bakey donuts, some hairy bakey donuts. So it's been real.
Bye.